Many people were on a paid job that paid well, but they did not feel the job showed them any real appreciation. So they made the decision to move on to another employer, only to have left a place of unappreciation to still be in a place with more money, but still feel undervalued because they were on the run. When life is lifing, you can find yourself running into what you're running away from. And such is the case as our sister Hagar in the Bible on today. What do you do when you're the side chick you didn't ask to be? Hagar was probably satisfied being a slave to Sarai, but against Hagar's will, she becomes Abram's side chick at his wife's command. Abram gets Hagar pregnant. She begins to show off her pregnancy in an unflattering way to Abram's wife Sarai, causing Abraham and Sarai to fall out. Sarai takes advantage of her authority over Hagar, and she begins to mistreat her emotionally and physically, and Hagar runs away. Sarai mistreats Hagar while she is pregnant. And I want us to understand this, that when a woman is pregnant, she is already emotional. And it makes matters worse to be in a situation as a pregnant woman that you did not ask to be in, and know that somebody who has power and authority over you, instead of helping you, they are taking advantage and persecuting you. This is why we don't do what the old school church used to do. When a girl would get pregnant out of wedlock, they would make that girl come up before the church and apologize like she got pregnant all by herself. You and I don't have a right to judge certain lifestyles or activity and start to put people under emotional stress and trauma when life is already hard enough. When people come to church, that's why in this place, in this space, we preach more about grace than we do about condemnation. Because if all we talked about was condemnation, all of us from the pulpit to the parking lot would feel like we didn't have any hope. And so when people come to church on Sunday morning, they need to be reminded, although you're going through trauma and stress, we're not going to make it worse than what it already is. Let me break it down. You ought not be talking about your church member. You ought to be praying for them. I'm going to help some of y'all. Help me. You ain't got to come tell me where you saw them at last night, as long as they make it to church on Sunday morning. You ain't got to tell me who's doing who. I don't really care who's doing who, because if I start worrying about who's doing who, and the Lord pulled my skeleton out the closet, don't you say amen like you don't have no skeleton. Come on, skeleton people, holler at me right now, so I know I'm not by myself. You ought not make church a stressful place. This ought to be the place where people come and acknowledge, if I can't get relief anywhere